Here are the 6 people preparing for today's show. Only one of them can leave with £10,500. The others will leave with nothing and voted off as the weakest link. Welcome to this special 20th anniversary of the weakest link. These 6 contestants right behind me have previously been on the weakest link before. The first 3 have been on the weakest link for the first ever episode on the 14th of August 2000. The others were on the last shown weakest link in 2012 on the 31st of March. Anyhow, they've only just met, but to reach the prize money, they have to work as a team. But 5 of them will leave with nothing, as round by round we lose the player voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team. Hi there, my name's David, and I was the first ever winner of the weakest link. Hi, I'm Archie, and I was the last ever winner of the weakest link with Anne Robertson. Hello, my name's Melanie, and I was the first ever weakest link. Hello, my name's Phill, and I was in the head-to-head round in the 2012 weakest link. Hi there, I'm Emma, and I was the 8th to last weakest link. Hi there, my name's Manju, and I'm a moody person. As some of you might know the rules already, I'm going to go through the rules again. So the rules in each round of the game, there's £1,500 to be won. The fastest way is to create a chain of 6 correct answers. Break the chain and you lose all the money in the chain. But if you say bank before the question is asked, the money is safe. However, we'll start a new chain from scratch. In round 1, there's 2 minutes 10 seconds on the clock. We'll start with the strongest person whose name is first alphabetically. That is you, Archie. Let's play the weakest link. Archie, first question is for £50. Start the clock. Archie, after China, what is the second most populous country in the world? It's India. Correct. Melanie, for which 1996 hip-hop classic did Tupac release a video that's parody of a Mad Max set in an Oakland of the future? California Love. Correct. Phill, in 2015, what was the project projected onto the White House to celebrate the US Supreme Court's ruling in favour of the same-sex marriage? Rainbow. Correct. Emma, which horror writer fears number 13 so much that he will not stop reading on pages 94, 193 or 382 because they add up to 13? Stephen King. Correct. Manju, the 3 astronauts on the first lunar landing mission all had life insurance policies to care for their families. True or false? False. Correct. David, Olympic gold medals are made mostly of which metal? Is it gold, silver or iron? Silver? Correct. Archie, bank. Well, you've reached and banked your £1,500 target. That money will go into the next round, but one of you will not. Which one of you was non-deserving of coming to this studio today? Which one of you should never come back to the weakest link? It's time to get rid of the new 20th anniversary weakest link. Statistically, Phill is the weakest link. Statistically again, David is the strongest link. But who shall go? It's time to find out. Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link. Melanie, Phill, David, Emma, David, Emma. So let's go over to David first. So David, you were the weakest link. You were the strongest link and the winner of the first ever series. Just wait while I move my light. So what was it like winning the weakest link? It was quite exciting, to be honest. Yeah? Yeah, indeed. Very good. Why Melanie, or Mel, I should put on the sign. Because she was the weakest link. Okay. Emma, you were last on the weakest link in 2012. And you were the first weakest link. It seems like it will be that today. Anyhow, it's 2-2. And the music goes back. So, 2-2. 2-2, yes. So, 2 votes for David and Emma. Who do you go for? I'll go for Emma. Alright, Emma, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. I feel okay being the weakest link. For the third time, probably the third time. I've enjoyed myself meeting the new team, and basically that. Enjoyed it the lots and bits and yeah. Round 2, in the bank, £1,500. One player's gone, so we're taking 10 seconds off the clock. And the strongest link in the last round was David, of course, so let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. David, which heart-wrenching hit by duo A Great Big World first got noticed in an episode of So You Think You Can Dance? Pass. The correct answer is Say Something. Archie, in 2016, after almost 55 years of Cold War, which two countries restored full diplomatic relations? United States and Cuba. Correct. Melanie, which of the Truman's Capote work shares a name with a 1995 hit song by Deep Blue, Something? Can you repeat the question for me? Yes. Which of the Truman Capote works shares a name with a 1995 hit song by Deep Blue? Breakfast at Tiffany's. Correct. Phill, Bank. In 1976, how much did the Apple I personal computer cost? £333. Nope, the correct answer is $666. Manju, water polo was once played riding on barrels in water. True or false? True. Correct. David, Stellenbosch is a mountainous wine region in which country? South Africa. Correct. Archie, bank. Which female first name is used to mean relating to the reign of King Charles? Time is up. Well, I don't think the team's going well. Do you think, team? You only banked £200 in that round, out of the possible £1,500. What happened to you all? Have you lost your brains? Probably have. Anyhow, one must go. Is it the Dumbos? Or is it Dumbo the elephant? It's time to vote off who you think is the weakest link. This time, David is the weakest link. Archie is statistically the strongest link. Let's find out who will go as the weakest link. Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link. Phill. David. 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 So go into David straight away. So David, when you were last on the weakest link in 2000 and 2006, or the 1000th episode in 2006, you were voted off the weakest link, weren't you? Indeed. So, David, why Phill? Because he was slow? You said that in the last round, he wasn't slow. He was just smart. Manju, going back to you. So, how are you? I'm good, thanks. Oh, that's good. Also, why David? Because David got a question wrong. Indeed he did. Melanie, you're going to survive longer than David. And that's because you got your question correct. Anyhow, why David? Because of the question. Alright. David, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. It feels okay to be on the weakest link for the third time. I'm okay being the weakest link as well. It's quite normal to be the weakest link, and there's only one player can of course win. Good luck to those players who are competing. In the bank, £1,700. Another player's gone. What does that mean? 10 seconds off the clock, of course. For the special 20th anniversary, we'll be starting with Archie. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Archie, name the largest island in Hong Kong. Pass. The correct answer is Lantau. Melanie. In 2006, husband and wife pair became the regular Friday morning presenters of This Morning on ITV. Eamon and Ruth. I'll accept Eamon and Ruth or Eamon Holmes and Ruth Langsford. Phill. Which populist British political party was founded by Alan Sked in 1993? United Kingdom Independence Party. I'll accept United Kingdom Independence Party or UKIP. Manju. In which post-impressionist style and painting made up of small dots that form an image Can you say the question again? In which post-impressionist style are paintings made up of small dots that from an image? Pointillism. Correct. Archie. Bank. What behaviour do cats engage in that may promote healing even while resting? Purring. Correct. Melanie. Bank. Name the two multinational sportswear brands founded by feuding German brothers Adolf and... Time is up. Well, team, you are actually doing a bit better. £550 banked in that round. But you could have got £1,500. Who is slowing you down? Is it Manju, who asked for a question twice? Is it Archie, who got his question wrong? Is it Melanie, who answers her questions slowly? Or is it Phill, who asks for his answers too big? It's time to vote off who you think is the weakest link. Before this round, Archie was the strongest link. In this round, he's the weakest link. In this round, Manju is the strongest link. But who shall go? It's time to find out. Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link. Manju. 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 Archie. So, Archie, why Manju? Because she was slow and she wasted some time. And you got a question wrong, didn't you, Archie? So you should be going, shouldn't you? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Phill, why Manju? Well, Manju because she was slow answering the question. Melanie? The same? Yes, indeed. Okay. Manju, I think you should be sad because you were the strongest link. But it's time to go now, Manju. Thanks for playing. You are the weakest link. Manju, goodbye. I feel quite angry that I've been voted off when I was the strongest link. It's better to ask for the question repeat rather than just getting the question wrong. I hate that. It's really unfair. In the bank, £2,250. We're taking another 10 seconds off the clock. Only 3 of you remain. In the next round, will be 90 seconds on the clock, and only 2 of you will be able to go through. We'll be starting with the second strongest link, and I hope that you feel sad because you voted off the weakest link, and that is Phill. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Phill, in which European city would you find the Luxembourg Garden and the Latin Quarter? Paris. Correct. Archie, according to the Simpsons series creator Matt Groening, who are the Homer, Marge, Lisa and Maggie named after? His sisters? No, his parents and sisters. Melanie, which religious leader was born George Mario Bergoglio? Pope Francis. Correct. Phill, Which American author's first novel is set in Pamplona, Spain? Ernest Hemingway? Correct. Archie. Bank. What is the name of the transparent layer that forms the front of the human eye? Cornea. Correct. Melanie. Bank. Which sport includes the player positions of gully, square, leg and mid-wicket pass? Cricket. Phill. Which stewed vegetable dish originated in Nice, France? Time's up. So in that round you banked only £200. Very slow. Let's include the slowness. Yes. Only £200, of course. So, in the next round you get the chance to treble your money. Hopefully, we'll get better money out of that. Anyhow, it's time to vote off who you think is the weakest link. For the second time running, Archie is the weakest link. For the first time ever in the game, Phill is the strongest link. But who shall go? It's time to find out. Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link. Melanie. Archie. Archie. So, Phill, why Archie? Because he got his question wrong. Indeed, he did. Melanie, you're not going today, are you? And you weren't the first person to go. Shocking. Anyhow, Melanie, why Archie? Because Archie got a few questions wrong in that round and we lost a bit of money. Indeed you did. Archie, are you still working at a newspaper? I am indeed. Still working for whatever company it is? Indeed. Indeed, 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 indeed. Anyhow, Archie, indeed you are the weakest link. Goodbye. I don't mind being the weakest link at this point. It's okay to be in the rounds at this time. Enjoyed the game as well, meeting new people and meeting the other people who I met last time on the weakest link. It's good to meet a new host as well. In the bank, £2,450. In this round, 90 seconds on the clock. But whatever you win in this round will be trebled. We'll be starting with the strongest link in the last round. That was Phill once again. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Phill, which French monument is not recognised by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site? Is it Eiffel Tower, Palace of Versailles, or Cathedral of Notre Dame? Cathedral of Notre Dame. Nope, it's Eiffel Tower. Melanie, for which 2012 Bond theme did Adele win an Oscar for Best Original Song? Skyfall. Correct. Phill, which now defunct retailer opened its first UK store in Liverpool on 5th of November 1905 with nothing costing more than 6p? Woolworths. Correct. Melanie Bank, which crime novelist described her Belgian detective as a able, bombastic, tiresome, egocentric little creep. Pass. Agatha Christie. Phill, the skeletal disorder rickets is caused by a lack of which vitamin? Vitamin D. Time's up. So, you banked £100, what we will treble, which will give you prize money today of £2,750. There can only be one winner. In the next round, I will ask you both 5 questions each. Best of 5 wins. If there's a tie, we will revert to sudden death. So Melanie and Phill, let's play the weakest link. Melanie has the strongest link in the last round. Do you want to go first or last? I'll go first, please. Okay. Melanie. Which religious artifact is kept in the Royal Chapel of the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist in Italy? Shroud of Turin? That is the correct answer. Phill, Blue Ivy is the child of which 2 music moguls? Jay-Z and Beyonce. That is the correct answer. Melanie, which member of the royal family got married at Canongate Kirk, Edinburgh in July 2011? Kate and William. Nope, the correct answer is Zara Phillips. Phill, for which men's magazine did Hugh Hefner work as a copywriter 2 years before launching Playboy? Esquire. That is the correct answer. Melanie, what is notable about the coloured lemon? Is it its coat turns white in winter, it grows special winter claws, or both? Both? That is the correct answer. Phill, several thousand tons of sand were shipped to Horse Guards Parade in London so that it could host which sport during the 2012 Olympics? Running? Nope, the correct answer is beach volleyball. Melanie, which Asian island city-state was ranked the world's most expensive city in 2016 for the 3rd year in a row? Singapore. Correct. Phill, Scarlett Johansson 2008 album Anywhere I Lay My Head includes her versions of songs by which singer and songwriter? Pass. The correct answer is Tom Waits. Melanie, you must get this question correct to stay in the game. Which French revolutionary leader declaimed definitely from the guillotine, "Show the people my head, it's worth seeing"? George Stanton. That is the correct answer. That means, Melanie, you are today's strongest link and you go away with £2,750. What are you going to spend it on, Melanie? Probably a future holiday in 2021. Very good. Phill, you were very close to being the winner and the strongest link, but you go away with nothing, and you are the weakest link. Join us again for the weakest link. Goodbye.